Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Down, then you're able to shut down the running play in second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Third down, it's Willis. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Taken in at the 11. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 21.
Look at me. Go, go.
And they'll run. This is James Robinson. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. Defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach yards there. A first down. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. On first and 10, it's Robinson. Running right through him. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Jaguars at 4-3, a game over 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker.
Pass on that. He'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is...
Oh, and this is going to wind up with safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they take it down, losing yardage back at the 27. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one. I'll go back to the drawing board with that call.
On third down, Lawrence.
Rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Fourth down on is Logan Cook to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be taken at the 10. 7-yard punt. And it will be in. They come up here. That is a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Next receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Willis. On the move to his left. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Man, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing it.
Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Got it. Ready?
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Willis. Pressure comes and down it goes. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Third and long. He knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Give them a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And down inside the 40, at the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take
second down. And this defense for that one.
It's finding its 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry. 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not the ground.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the result. He was just going to settle for a modest gain. He was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he will get this into the end zone.
James Robinson.
In as many coaches' meetings as we have back out, getting in the breaking glass, tried to wrap up, use a proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
One after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
After the touchdown, Cook had to kick this one away. This will be fielded 9-5.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to get there beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
On 1st down, Willis.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Trayvon Walker.
His 5th sack safety.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. Down, Willis. And a deep ball.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series, because it seems like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense has 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Willis.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are here at their own 23. See, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the toss, here's Robinson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down at 48. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They're trying to get he stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play
situation, you know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in this spot, and the coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Willis looking to throw on first. Air one for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina.
Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On play action, Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season, and they're able to add on to their advantage. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone, but today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, and they're extremely athletic, and they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And a 5-yard gain. 2.
Defensively, they had that pretty well.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 5 now.
Willis. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Back to the air on 2nd down.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Panthers Jags are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Just not a whole lot of room to right there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Lawrence.
And Ingram holds it in.
And he will have the Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like all from the coverage on his primary reads, and didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We talk all about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting into their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get into him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
An interesting and intriguing position there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
In the event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
Only 2 yards to shoot for it. Now, what we're thinking here, because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it to the post, you feel really good about trying to bring that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. This time is Robinson with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
If you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is to watch. And it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on the way drive to less than the double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And he can't get a throw. He's taken down. Devon Hamilton in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're down here.
Covering a lot of field.
Willis to throw.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And the Panthers are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Throwing, Willis. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Willis. There's Trimble, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Here's Willis. That's going to be caught. It's Chenot.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. You watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you have, this is where you need to keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out for this, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost...
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Oh, they try a lot. Turn now, ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The last run 6, now second and 4. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He's going to have to protect the foot. He gets lumped here at this stage of the game as they stop it behind the line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. 60 Willis looking to pass it. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Panthers